Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Maybe you remember this motor right here. It's a duck motor. What the duck? It won't shift. That sucker just... So I'm guessing somewhere the shift handle's plastic. And I don't want to break it. This is aluminum right here. How you know that? Because I heated up the end of that with a torch and I stuck it on it. Right there. Right there. And nothing happened. But I heated up while it was still hot. I put it right there. It started melting. So I'm guessing I've got to get up under there. And since it's so filthy, and since it has spark, and since it has good compression, well, we know what that means, don't we? Off with its head. Off with its head. Because I got to get under there. Because I don't want to break my plastic handle. So, off with its head. So, it's stuck. A good one. So, we got to get that power head off there so we can get to it. Tap, 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 tap. Clean it all up. Back in. And then I think she'll shift. So, not a lot to taking the power head off one of these. I think there's 6 3/8 inch bolts here, and up through there. We'll unhook the fuel pump hose, the off and on switch, the 850 P-tube hose right there. Then we'll pop that power head off. Okay, I unhook the P-tube hose, I unhook the throttle cable, I unhook the fuel pump hose, I cut the recoil start and put a loose knot there to do that, but the reason, and then it was just the 6 bolts up under there that screw up into the power head. But what I wanted to show you is when you get ready to pull this power head, you see this little square lug right here, whatever you want to call it. It's the bottom of the head cover there. That's about one of the best places I found to pop this engine. You get right in between there and that lug right there, and then pry that way, and they'll generally pop loose, and then you just shake it, manhandle it out of there. But that's a good spot to get right there with a screwdriver. You don't have to use this, just anything, and you get right in there between that and your pan there and push that way. The 4 7/16 inch bolts, 1 2 3 and 4, I took them off. Didn't really need to, but they're rusty anyway and they need to be cleaned up. Then there's 2 3/8 bolts here. You take those out, and then that'll give you access. You just take I took a little hammer and just tap that and it popped right off. And there's a big blob of grease under there, but she's still stiff as can be, so I'll clean all that grease out of there and then come right back and let's see what we got. So I pulled the shift rod and pinion gear that goes to it. You unscrew this little 5/16 bolt then the rod would pull out. This was not froze. I had movement in there. I could move it up and down this way and a little bit back, and well, it was stuck forward. But I could move it around in there, so I could tell that this wasn't the problem. In fact, it had grease all over it, but still stuck in forward. Well, if you got a pinion gear here of sorts, you know you're going to have one going this way. And that's the way this lower unit works. It's neutral, forward, neutral, reverse, neutral. So it goes back and forth, left to right. And not up and down like most. So I got this out, and sure enough, the pinion gear that was down in there, there's a little cover you have to remove. And it was packed with grease. Didn't help that pinion gear. It was stuck solid. This is a little Johnson 1990 J6 RESR. And so pulled everything apart. It was filthy dirty and everything. Poor little ugly duckling. So what it did. Let's let you look down inside it. There's the gear. You can see I marked it, and I marked the body, so I know how it goes back in. And that hole right there is where the shift lever stabs into the other pinion gear. And then it moves left and right. Well, that was completely frozen, just stuck hard as could be. So I used just a little bit of heat to get it moving. And then what I did was I took a screwdriver like this one. As you can see right there, it has a place to get a good locking set of pliers. So now I could stick this screwdriver tip down in to that pinion. Like so. And then I could get it and work it left and right, left and right. So once I got it freed up, then I took my needle nose and I reach in to there and wiggle, wiggle, and more wiggle, and wiggle, wiggle, and out she come. And you can see it is rusty and yucky. Last night also, before I shut down for the night, I squirted penetrating oil down in there, and that helped a little. So with the penetrating oil, a little bit of heat, and that screwdriver setup, I was able to get that out. So now I just got to clean it all up in there and put it back together. And I painted up the cowling pan there, make it look a little better on the ugly duckling. Alright, so there she is, all reassembled. Hopefully you can see both pinion gears down in there. And then when you shift it, there's forward, neutral, and reverse. So now, and there's a, like I said, right down in here you've got this little detent clip that you put on first. So pay attention to how that comes off. Forward, neutral, reverse. So now the ugly duckling can shift. So now we got to get the power head back on. But before I do that, I'm going to do a little more cleaning and touching up. I'll be right back. Looky what one of my fisherman buddy friends, customer actually, brought in for dinner tonight. Yeah, but oh man, that's gonna be good. Watch it, he gonna get me. I have those steamed up with some corn. These are just ice bottles. And some beef smoked sausage in there, and some corn on the cob. Oh, he said don't like that corn. You don't like that corn, huh? Yeah, we cooked them up with some corn on the cobs. I put in some beef sausages, some cloves of garlic, some big old chunks of onion, some lemons, some Old Bay seasoning, some Louisiana crab boil, some salt, Lowry seasoning salt of course, and some taters. And we'll get us some dungeons done right. Are you ready? Ooh, yummy. Dungeness crab, taters, sausage, onions, garlic, corn on the cob, butter. Man, that's gonna be good. Then we're kicking just about 5-7 minutes ago. Now they went from kicking to finger licking. Yummy.